think the best piece of teaching advice I've been given is to be yourself and not have an idea of what a teacher is or should be, but be yourself and teach as you, and that will come across the best to the students.
So the best advice I've been given about teaching is that any concept can be taught in 4 or 5 different ways at least, and that if your learner hasn't understood the concept, that you're better off to try a different approach. So rather than a student feeling hopeless and overwhelmed by something, it might just be that you haven't found the right way to tell them.
The best piece of teaching advice I've been given is to listen to your students. If you listen to your students, they'll help you understand how they're experiencing the class, what they're learning, and how you can improve your own teaching.
I would have to say it is, first of all, never be afraid to try out new things and techniques. And secondly, always be open to feedback and comments.
The best piece of teaching advice I've been given was by a colleague a few years, well, actually really early on in my teaching career at university. And I was getting really frustrated because I didn't feel like my students were making very good progress, and I was kind of ranting because they hadn't done the reading, and I was annoyed. And my dear friend Jeff said to me, "Alison, you never know. You just never know what the students might do with this. They may not even pass your course, but you never know what they're going to do with whatever they've learned from you." And that's really stayed with me.
As a teacher of creative practice, the best piece of advice I was given was to make time to maintain my own practice, because that's really what I draw from as a teacher.
I think the best piece of teaching advice I've been given is to teach, not deliver. I think often we use that word deliver a session, but actually it's the human beings in the room that you need to be engaging with. So it's about trying to reach every person in the room and see what makes them excited about learning, and that's very important.
We have quite big classes, both distance and internal. Within those groups you have older, so more mature age learners. We have people that are straight out from school, and then we have sort of the in-between where they're not really sure whether the current career they're in is really for them, so a bit of exploring of careers. So you'll never please everybody, and that I guess you just have to be true to yourself while you teach to make sure that you're giving everyone the best that you think you're giving or can give.
The best piece of teaching advice I've ever been given is about enjoying it. It really is a wonderful process. It's not just about the student, although we always correctly say it's student-centered. We are growing with the student. It's a journey. It's a process that we evolve with the student. We're always learning, and if you're always open, I believe you're a much better teacher.